Staking has been under fire from the SEC, and Coinbase isn't happy about it, with the CEO posting all over Twitter, and Coinbase even coming out with a blog statement of their own to talk about why staking isn't a security and defend it. Now, it does seem that staking, at least as a service, is probably a security, but staking as a whole, maybe you have your own debate about that, but staking as a security or staking as a service is what people like the SEC are really talking about. And I think that's getting lost a little bit in Coinbase's response here, because they have staking services are not securities, but they don't like really address the service part. They just kind of talk about staking, which, Coinbase, they are going to make a lot of money from this if staking is allowed, and they can keep this around. They could benefit from it by making more money. So obviously Coinbase is going to be on that side. The SEC, they want more control, so they're going to be against it. That's where these two things get pitted against each other. So right now, staking in this crosshair of the SEC. We can see what Coinbase has to say about it in their blog here. Opening here saying, at Coinbase, we've been committed to providing our users with secure, compliant platform to access the crypto economy since day one, and our staking products are not securities. So that is true. I mean, Coinbase has been a play by the rules kind of exchange. They've tried to do things before where the SEC shut it down, like their earn program or lending program and stuff. So that has been shut down, and they didn't like really fight that when they were upset about it, but they didn't really fight it like they're fighting the staking stuff. But Coinbase, day one, when it first came out, Coinbase was a Bitcoin only exchange. Then Coinbase moved in like 2016 to offer Ethereum and I think Litecoin at that point, like 2016, 2017. And at that point, Coinbase was like the platform to get on. Coinbase, it was rigorous due diligence. Apparently, it was like if you were able to make it to Coinbase, you were a legit project. You got all the praise. Everybody decided that project is legit, as the Coinbase stamp on it. But Coinbase has lost that recently. They've obviously just listed everything. They became a public company, need to raise their bottom line. How do you do that? List all the meme coins, put all the meme coins out. That'll pump volume. That'll get your trading volume up. That'll get your fees up. That'll make you more money. So obviously Coinbase, being a public company, is trying to make as much money, raise the bottom line, raise the top line, and bring in that money so that their shares and stock price can go up. Hasn't really worked out for them. Coinbase is not the greatest company since IPOing, but that's their whole goal. And if you don't know what staking is exactly, this isn't like a great description of it, but it says staking services are similar in function to mining. Not really, in that it's the process by which a network participant gets selected to add the latest batch of transactions to the blockchain and earn some crypto in exchange. So if you want a big difference between staking and proof of work, so proof of stake, proof of work requires you to put in energy, put in work to actually get that, and staking just says buy your way in. So if you really think about it, staking is the exact same thing we have right now. Whereas no matter how much work that you put in as an employee somewhere, somebody at the top who is simply just has a lot of money could be benefiting from your work simply because they have a ton of money. Pretty simple. The rich get richer, and I don't think anyone is super excited about that system anymore. No one is sitting here saying, I just love the current system that we're in. It's just so beneficiary to everybody. And then they battle here about it not being a security, saying that it's like not a security under the Howie Test and the SEC and stuff. But if we look at the Howie Test, so you have to get all four prongs of this Howie Test here to declare it's a security. So we can look at these here. They got A, the investment of money. So yes, I mean, people are going to say, you're not investing money, it's just crypto. But there's money. People are doing it because of money, right? You're not saying you're putting 1 Ethereum in and getting all this stuff. You're looking at the dollar amount to see how much more money you can make based off of your investment of your money. So a lot of people first thing would say, it's not money. It's not about money, but it really is about money. Common enterprise, which is defined here as a distinct element of an investment contract. And I think you can check that box because you have to, if you're doing staking as a service, not staking individually, but as a service, you actually do have a common enterprise. You all go to Coinbase to stake your Ethereum, give it to them and tell them to go stake it so that they enter an investment contract with you saying that they're going to stake it on your behalf and give you the profits or the proceeds, whatever the rate of return is, that they're going to get it back to you. So it is a common enterprise that you enter in with Coinbase, with whoever service you do. We're talking about Coinbase. So I think that, that does check the box there. And then C, you have reasonable expectation of profits derived from the efforts of others. And you got to ask yourself, this is probably the biggest one that could be up in the air because, expectation of profits derived from the efforts of others. Are you doing that in staking? Maybe you could say it's this kind of same thing with Coinbase, is you're expecting profit from Coinbase's work of staking that on your behalf and giving you back that money. That could be an argument. You could make an argument for like the Ethereum team and the foundation and stuff, that you are waiting on them, especially right now, because if you stake your Ethereum, you can't actually unstake it because it's not coded in. So you're kind of stuck, and you're hoping that the work of others is going to actually come out and you're going to at some point be able to get your money out of there. But this one I think would be the biggest up in the air that you could make arguments for and against and have like a kind of a debate about. But if we look at Coinbase's defense of all this, they say here, staking services do not constitute an investment of money, even under an expanded definition that includes any specific consideration that is given up in return for a separable financial interest. That I don't like. That doesn't make any sense. It does involve money. You can't say it doesn't involve money. You cannot say there is no investment of money. There absolutely is. Someone has to put money in to buy the Ethereum, and then they're getting money back for staking the Ethereum. It's all about money. It's not about having fun. It's about money. And they say when a customer asks us to stake some of their crypto, they aren't giving up one thing to get something else. They own exactly the same thing they did before. Staking customers retain full ownership of their assets at all times, as well as the right to unstake those assets consistent with the underlying protocol. So you can unstake if it allows it. Right now, if you're staking Ethereum, you're screwed. Like, you're not unstaking that because it's not coded in. You can't unstake it. So that one, if you're an Ethereum, no, you can't unstake it. It's not, doesn't even exist yet. That function doesn't exist. But saying, that they aren't giving up one thing to get something else, I don't think that's in the definition here. Like, to give up something and expect something else, it's not really, doesn't have to be that. You can you put money in and expect money back. So that's where you get, investment of money. It's all about money. And then here, the second part, going after the second one, saying it doesn't meet the common enterprise prong because assets are staked on decentralized networks. I mean, that's not true for Coinbase. Coinbase is a centralized company. So this, like your opening line of saying it's not a common enterprise because they're decentralized, but Coinbase isn't decentralized. Coinbase is a centralized company. So that one, I think, you're throwing that one out the window. That doesn't make any sense. Then they go on to the next one, saying, reasonable expectation of profits element. To determine this, courts look at whether a customer is attracted to an asset based on the prospects of a return on investment or a desire to use or consume the item purchased. So Coinbase is trying to boil all this down to, it has nothing to do about money. It's just securing a network. But it has everything to do about money. People are only securing the network, going into proof of stake and staking their stuff because they get money back, because they get a return. That's the whole reason. It's not for funsies. It's not sitting there saying, oh, I'm securing the network. It's because they get money back. They have a return. So again, this third thing doesn't make any sense. Saying it just doesn't make any sense. And saying finally, staking services do not pay rewards based on the efforts of others. That one is the one where it could be up in the air. You could have arguments for that. But that's the only one in this response here that has any sense to it. Like, yes, the efforts of others could be up in the air. Like, what does that mean? What others are you doing? Are you saying the efforts of the exchange to stake on your behalf and give you your whatever percentage back? That could be relying on the efforts of others. But this is not a very good response from Coinbase. Not very good points made. They're trying to really, really boil this down to the bare minimum of staking to secure a network. And they're not talking about how it's staking to get a return on your money to secure a network. They're missing the whole middle part there, where the only reason people are doing this is because there's 4% return. You say, I put in 100 and I get 4% back in the staking rewards. That's why people are doing it. They're not doing it for fun. They're not doing it because it's cool. They are doing it because they can make money doing it. So I think that's a big part missing from Coinbase's explanation here, their whole blog. I think they're trying to boil it down to the super basics and ignore the money component, and the SEC isn't doing that. They're not ignoring the money component because it's a big component. That's going to do it for this video. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.